Hey ladies, so today I thought it'd be fun to show you the other side of my studio, my craft room. Quick story on this stove is that my husband got it for me last year for our anniversary. I had seen it down in Chehalis, Washington at an antique store. I love antiques as well. And we were on the motorcycle, so I wasn't able to pick it up. And then later, I really regretted uh, not being able to get it. But unbeknownst to me, he had called up the store and bought it for me. So on our actual anniversary, we went down there under the guise of looking for it again. And when I found it, it had a big red for sale sign on it. And so I was super duper stoked and super excited and super touched that he had gone to the trouble to buy it for me. And we picked it up that day. So I thought that it would be fun to show you a little bit around, to tell you some stories about the things that I got going on. Because when you choose to spend time here with me, I want you to feel at home. I want you to feel as if I have invited you into my home to spend some time with me. I also want to show you how I use this as back stock storage. We all have back stock, we all need storage, and this is just for storage. My husband is really concerned about being able to hook this up, and I said, babe, we don't need to hook it up. I literally am just going to have back stock inside here. The first thing that I have are these little poker chips. We collect these when we are out on our little motorcycle rides. That was Las Vegas. Here we have Tacoma. Anytime that or any place that there is a Harley store, we stop in and I just grab these little tokens because they're fun and they're small, and eventually I need to get a board to put them on. I have things like my old phones, cords, anything and everything that I have back stock. I just put again into these little photo boxes. They are from Michaels. I love them. I think they might be on sale right now, but I pick up a case every time that they're on sale. They're on sale usually around $14. They're normally around 40. So I have ribbons that I take off of things, and I have a hard time throwing anything away, to be honest, because I think, oh, you know what? I might be able to use that. Here we have just little paper scraps because girls, we're paper girlies. We love paper. Let's not waste it. I got some extra little tools in here, that type of thing. The next thing that I have is this white container, which I got from IKEA. I love IKEA. And in here, I just have odds and ends. I have things like these little Mylar bags. I use these for sending washi tape, knickknacks, whatever, through the mail. If you have an idea that I make a video from, then you will probably be getting one of these little bags in the mail if you feel comfortable sending me your address, because I love sending happy mail. So this is just basically odds and ends that I don't really have a home for. It's just anything like doilies, my camera box, things that I need a space for. Let's see, what do I have in here? Looks just like more paper, just more paper. Um, that goes inside of here. And then eventually I will try to find a home for it someplace in my storage. But I can't be spending all of my time organizing paper every day. So this is kind of my catch-all box. So let me get this put away here and we will move on. So on the bottom shelf, I have things like my iPad. And then in this box, I have the cords to my sewing machine and my Cricut, just for easy storage, easy to grab out when I want to use them. And then back here, well, let me see if I can get in here. Back here, I have, what do I have in here? Um, I love these boxes and I keep them. More notebooks. Gosh. Well, you know me by now. You know I love notebooks. So the big master plan is that anything that doesn't fit in here or doesn't fit in my new pink toolbox either has to get replaced or has to go. So the bottom oven here, I just have, again, more storage. I love this box that I got my Hello Kitty collab mug in from Starbucks. I just hold little bits and bobs down here. And then I have these cases. And these cases are left over from my last organization, and what I have in here are, again, just ephemera and paper. I like to save little bits of things and I need a place to store them, so I store them in here. I have my envelopes that I use, I do pen paling, I like mailing out things, and then in this bottom one I have more paper. Um, what can I say? I'm a paper girly. So we're going to get that put away and then we will move on to, oh goodness gracious, move on to the next spot. So here on the other side, I have the warmer drawer, and the warmer drawer, I have my scrapbook paper. Let me get you in here a little bit closer. Sorry that I'm a little bit clumsy here with my camera. So this is all of my scrapbook paper. So when you see me gluing things onto a notebook, this is what I am pulling from. I'm just going through and grabbing what I like. Um, I get all of this. I try to buy paper by the piece, not the book, because while I do have books of paper, a lot of times I don't use them. So here we just have scrap paper because I don't like wasting paper. At least that's what I tell myself. A lot of these are paper scraps from pieces that I just really like, and I'm going to find another way to use those. And then back here, I have my vinyl for my Cricut, and then in here, I just have more paper. Paper that I have accumulated over time. It's scraps of paper, it's stickers. It could be this like this. It is the bag from Christmas time when I went to Dick's Drive-In, which is a famous drive-in here in the Seattle area. Anything and everything that I have accumulated. These are maps. Maps are great. I love using maps and things. It's for junk journaling, postcards, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to just keep in this box and then down the line I'm going to use it. So here on top of my stove, I just have things that I've done. Like these are books that I got from the Dollar Tree. I painted them white and then I used my Cricut to put the names of my kids on here. So all the deco up here is basically things that bring me joy. Is kitchenware, pioneer life type of thing. That is my vibe. That's what I'm into. This I got up near the border of Canada. It is time period Wagner. If you know anything about Wagner, it was a steal. I got it for $5 at a swap meet. I got this down in Wenatchee at a thrift store. These are my cookbooks. Obviously, I love a cast iron, and then I also love charcuterie. I basically just eat charcuterie in the summertime. My husband works a lot, so I eat a lot of charcuterie out on my patio when he's working late nights. This is a shelf that I just threw up. There's my husband when he was 15. Isn't he cute? This is all just stuff that brings me joy, makes this my little happy spot over here. So then down below, let's get down below here. So I say we have stuff, we need storage, and I'm going to use up every single spot from top to bottom. And down here, I have this little box that I got at the thrift store, and it just has a little this and that in it. I have my printer, I have my actual sewing machine back there, my step stool, and then this I just got, and I thought it was really cute because it kind of matches the stove, and it is vintage as well. And then I just have a basket of odds and ends that I use for sewing. This is my Singer. I love this Singer sewing machine, and I actually got it for free from a Facebook group. I am a sewer, I do quilting, and I really just love having this vintage sewing machine. It doesn't work, but I just use it for the visuals, and I just have it up here. Sorry about the glare, but I'm just trying to get this videoed for you real quick. I just have little things that I've picked up along the way to make this, again, like I said, into my happy place. So here we are back with my full setup of my new toolbox. If you watched that before, this is all just, again, stuff that brings me joy. I added in some shelves. I had my husband put up my guitar. It is all just fun stuff. But the key here is that I have additional storage as well. So this is what I have this set up here. I have my Cricut up here. I have, well, let's talk about my nails. You're going to see that a lot of times I have different nails, and that is because in a former life I had a nail salon. So these are full of nail supplies so that I can do my nails when I want, how I want. A lot of times you're going to see me wearing the black nail polish, and that is just because it is a quick and easy color to paint on, and I am a pink girly, and I have not found a pink that doesn't look chalky on me. I'm a little bit upset about that. But anyway, that's a side note. So yeah, like I said, home for everything. Again, a little jerky here on my video. Sorry about that. I have my little miniatures up here. I am really into miniatures. My kids actually buy these little miniature um, balls for me as gifts because they know that that brings me a lot of joy. So I have a space for that. I got that from one of my besties out in Wisconsin. Her parents used to own the paper printer, and so that's what she got me. I have, well, I'm letting you in on a secret. I love Sour Patch Kids. And so I always have a little bit of Sour Patch Kids up here to kind of nibble on while I'm editing videos or just watching videos on YouTube. So up here I have my guitar, I have my Harley Davidson stuff. I added in these shelves because I wanted to just display some books. I have these modern calligraphy books, and I'm really wanting to learn how to do calligraphy. It hasn't quite come to fruition yet. So this is the corner that I'm in when you are watching my videos. Like I said, I want you to feel like you are invited into my home when you are spending time with me. The last thing that I want to show you here is this cart. This cart you have seen probably in a previous video if you watched my organization video, and this is what I started out with because if you don't have a lot of space, this is a great way to store things. I made this little bag and I hold in my embroidery hoops and I just plop it onto this cart. These are things that I don't necessarily use every day, but obviously I still need a space for it. So this cart I got at IKEA. Oh goodness, ladies, again, I am just really, really jerky here. I have things like my Cricut pads, I have my Sizzix. It's all just odds and ends that I need to have a space for. And obviously, the greatest thing about this is that it is movable. So it can move around at will wherever I need it to go, just like this. If I want to switch it around so that I can get to my paper, I do a lot of printing, so I use a lot of printer paper. And then down here underneath my toolbox is where I keep my picture boxes. Yeah, my picture boxes from Michaels that I do a lot of storage into, and it can move right under my desk. So if I want to store it, I just put it right there under my desk and it fits in there. I have one of those desks that goes up and down. So this is the top of my desk, and this is where I reply to comments and make my videos, and this is my spot. So when you are here with me, I want you to feel like you're in my home. It's not fancy, it is just a special spot that I get to connect with you. So if I could get you to like and subscribe, then I'll know to set another spot for you to join me here. I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes today with me. I hope that you have a spot in your home that you can go, a little happy place that inspires you to live your very best paper girly life. Until next time, from one paper girly to another, bye.